up in Egypt one day, where the deliverance voice calling us out of bondage, calling us home.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today this video is tagging you along as we're doing some of the homestead chores here on our on-grid, partially on-grid property. And this is part of the work that is necessary because we're trying to sell this land and our home so that we can transition to our off-grid property, which we're going to be working on here pretty soon. And those videos will be coming, and we're going to go ahead and update you once those videos are premiering. Putting up our gate on the property in the White Mountains. But this is the weeds that have overgrown. We did this on purpose so that we don't have to do a lot of work trying to get it done, and we only want to do it once. So we waited till the rainy season has passed to get started on this project. And yes, this landscaping is a lot of work. This is one of the reasons that when you're buying your property, you want to be aware of all the work that comes along with it, and that you will be able to handle the work as well. So today's video is just covering some of the works that we have to do on the property, and today we're tackling the landscape. So we have to do the front and back because everything is so overgrown. But really, to be honest with you, I really like the weeds. I feel like I'm in a type of meadow. So one of my inspiration for these weeds is to plant flowers because I like the meadow feel. And on part of my property, I would love to have a beautiful flower meadow that you can walk through and enjoy. So I'm taking advantage of the weeds here to get inspired. I know it's unusual for me sometimes that I'm so easily inspired. But just to give you an idea of how much these weeds have grown. And I'm pretty sure Michael is enjoying his hard work because it's not the summer. And the weather is actually nice right now. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I just wanted to give you guys an update of how everything's going and the work that we have cut out for us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the share button on your social media, and also hit the updates alert so that you can follow us on our journey and get updates on our videos. We'd like to thank you guys for all your love and support that you've been giving us. And we really appreciate you guys. I think I'm gonna enjoy my swing for a moment while I'm watching him work. Sometimes I help him mow, but today is not one of those days. I really like my swing here. I'm glad I'm taking it with me. It's a beautiful day today. Maybe we'll be able to light a fire tonight. Maybe even have a glass of wine at the outdoor kitchen and just relax, enjoying our evening. It's in the 70s right now, which is really good. We need the change. Actually do. It's almost up to the tree, and he has a cut in the back. You see how tired he is. I don't know if pomegranate trees are plantable in the White Mountains. Does anyone know? Can they handle that zone or not? Right now they're dormant. I'd like to plant some pomegranates if I can. A fig tree? What about fig trees? Are those plantable up in the White Mountains? There are two that I really, really like. I am seeing already that our chicken coop and our garden coop is going to need a whole different setup than what we have here because of the snow that we get up there in the snow season. It's going to be very important to get that taken care of. I noticed that out here it seems like a lot grows out here besides grapes, but you do have to know what you're zoned for it when you're considering what you're going to plant. That's very important. Yep, our chicken coop is going to need a different setup than what we had here. We had a covering here, and we had a area where they would sleep at night off the corner here. We've closed it up since then for the new owners once they purchased the property. And this was temporary as well. This garden coop was temporary. So I'm gonna be planning for a greenhouse, and the setup is gonna need to be way different than what we have here because, again, like I said, with the snow. So I need to come in here and start cleaning some of this out. As you can see, we're doing some compost in here. And yeah, that's that. We'll be taking my water tanks, my sinks, all my buckets, all my materials that I have I'm planning on tearing this down and taking this with me as well. And this other one, all my pots, my gardening tools. Yeah, we get a lot of winds out here. Pretty sure the White Mountains has a lot of winds as well. So you're gonna need a greenhouse that can hold up to those winds and snow loads. Very important. So I was checking out some shed to homes, and one of the things that we have to look at is the snow loads and the winds, and so that's important for me. It's looking good. So let me see, what do you guys think? Should I just mow the whole thing? Or should Michael mow the whole thing, not me? Or leave little bush areas like this? I wonder if these are good for anything. Does anyone know? Comment in the box if you know. Let me know if these weeds are good for anything. Oh, there's a strange little mushroom growing right there. Taking a little break. Michael's trying to stay motivated while he mows an acre. Yeehaw! Mowing that lawn. Wish it was grass and not weeds. So tell me, are you gonna miss this?
Not this part right here, because as you can see, I'm using a push mower for probably about half an acre or more. I'm breaking it up because I did the backside the other day, but it's already halfway grown back already. But I got my John Deere Craftsman.
Really? And how's that working for you? Because it's been up a rock while I was on the swing from over here where you're at, all the way over there. So I got,
well, that's why you got to be wearing your iPro, you know.
Yeah.
So that you got to watch out. There's a lot of rocks on this land here, but since we've been here, I've cleared a lot of the bigger ones because I've already bent up the blade and you know, caught a bunch of those rocks, but I've cleared most of them away. But yeah, when you have a bigger property, and this is why, you know, I know everybody has their own, you know, preferences. You know, some people want 5 acres, some want 10, some want bigger. But as you can see, this is an acre, and an acre's a lot of work. So that's why I only got an acre, because unless you have tractors and, you know, riding lawnmowers, things like that, it can be a lot of work. Certain times of the year when you get rain, when you get all that, weeds start growing up. So it can get to be a lot of work.
And that's our preference because we don't like a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
We are good between that and the homesteading block and the chickens and the house chores and the
Yeah.
You know, all of that. It's. I don't want to be having to be bowed down with all the work and not time to relax. So
Yeah.
I just want something simple life, and be able to have my moments on the swing and walk through a real meadow of flowers, not the weeds.
I don't know how the elevation is different up there, so I don't know how the weeds or the grass are going to be during the rainy seasons up there. You know, I've seen it probably looks a little greener on some videos I've seen, but hopefully it's more like a grass than a weed, because these get out of control big time.
Did
So.
you notice the rabbits got to our fig tree?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They ate a lot of the leaves off.
You know, there's plenty of weeds out here for them to eat.
Know.
I don't know why they don't eat this stuff.
Because they're smart. They
Yeah.
They don't want to be put to sleep. Is this the same thing as the sleepy time? The chamomile?
I don't think so. I think those are more like those little daisies. I'm not sure what type of weed this is. I do know though that certain weeds you got to be careful with your animals. One of my coworker was just telling me she had two bulldogs, American bulldogs, and both of them ended up getting sick from eating a weed in her backyard. And they were purebred dogs and stuff. And there's certain plants that, depending on the areas that you move to, you got to be careful with your animals, because if they eat them, it can be poisonous. So, you know, you do have to be careful wherever you're going to get property. You know, there's different flowers, different weeds, different even bushes that can be harmful to your pets. So, you know, do some research when you're buying a property, or, you know, the area, what kind of plants grow in those areas that you can protect your animals. So
what do you think? Maybe a bonfire tonight? If it's not too windy?
It's a little windy. We can try if it's not too windy.
That would be nice.
That would be nice,
or
yeah.
Maybe even run to the store and get a bottle of wine and just relax underneath the gazebo and outdoor kitchen area. Just
That sounds like a plan.
And enjoy the night light.
Yeah.
Before we take all the lights down.
Poor Nidal. He walks out here. There's a bunch of those thorns out here. He gets them on his paws. Are you okay, buddy? Yeah.
He's not gonna have to deal with that. And
yeah, I don't think there's too many of those thorns out there. They got you, huh? Okay, we'll see you. I'm gonna get back to it. Thanks for watching.
see you in the next video.
Yes.